Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Third Down Thursdays. For the first time in a long time, MJ will be doing the intro because I was wholeheartedly not sure if Bruce would be here or if his microphone was plugged in. So welcome to Third Down Thursdays, another 2-hour edition, which we have been absolutely loving. You are joined today by Coach Bruce, also known as Bruce, also known as Brucey Bruce, also known as Buddy the Elf. What is your favorite color?
Dude,
how are we doing today, sir?
I'm shocked that I made it.
I was wholeheartedly prepared to start this by myself.
I'm not even kidding. I had I got home. I got home flat out. No, I'm not even kidding when I say this. I got home 10 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago. And I already had basically the setup done. I used to have the layout and whatever. Hey, come at me, Si. I bet you I could do a better one. But I do love it. But no joke, man. The traffic was absolutely insane. Truth be told, gotta be honest about it. Oh, by the way, real quick, shout out Connor. How you doing, Connor? You hanging in there, my guy? Hanging in there?
Oh my gosh.
All right,
yes,
hi,
I've been talking to Connor for the last hour.
He's good.
I promise.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I totally thought this was gonna go not well. So long story short, woosah. All right. This is what happened today. It was actually a really good day. What we do every year for Christmas, during the Christmas season, we celebrate Christmas in my household. And my wife and her mom used to go to Walnut Room in the city of Chicago. And that was their tradition. It's beautiful, by the way. It's absolutely awesome. It's a Macy's Walnut Room. Take a look at pictures, Google that shit. It's awesome. You won't be disappointed. So when unfortunately my wife's mom passed away, and she started dating me. I mean, unfortunately for her. But so then we ended up I continued the tradition that my wife and her mom had. And today was the first day that we were able to do that. And it was the only reservation they had available, by the way. Only one. They book these things weeks out, by the way. Weeks out. Or months out even. And so we went out there today, and it was great time. Dressed up as Buddy the Elf. So for reference to what MJ alluded to earlier, I dressed up for the past 2 years as Buddy the Elf. Don't worry about it. Pics will be posted on the Instagram and all that stuff, so that way y'all can see the goofiness. And the wifey dressed up actually as Buddy's wife. So if you remember at the end of Elf, he had a wife, Zoe Deschanel. I can't remember. Joey, I think her name is in the. Do you remember? No,
something like that. I don't remember now.
It was something like that. Anyway, so he had a wife in the movie at the end of the movie, and then they also had a baby. So we also dressed up my daughter in a little candy cane outfit. Long story short, man, it was a beautiful day. We tried getting home as fast as possible. We got caught in crazy traffic. And every year after we leave there, we also go to Coach's Corner in Elk Grove. And shout out Coach's Corner, great place. If you guys want not a hole in the wall, but off the beaten path in the Chicagoland area bar, go to Coach's Corner. They're good people and really good stuff going on there. So we stopped there real quick, and I was like, all right, we got to go. I still got to set up for the show tonight. We got to go. This is going to lead me to a question that I want to ask you, MJ. And Connor, if you want to join in, because I would love for you to be a part of this question.
Oh, gosh.
So said question goes like this, MJ. So we're there, and it was a good time and ever, blah, blah, blah. And Celine and I were having a conversation about a particular gentleman that was there that she knows. And good dude. I actually have no issues with him, no problems, nothing whatsoever. So animosity out the window. But we were trying to decipher someone being drama filled or gosh, what was the other term? Not enthusiastic. It was drama or what's the word? In theater, MJ. If someone's in theater, they're very like they're not. It's not drama, but it's like they're very just like
boisterous, flamboyant,
not
dramatic.
there's another word that she described it, and it's a little like lower tier than dramatic. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I know who he is, and I'm like, I've had conversations with him, MJ, and I was like, he's kind of dramatic, and she's like, no, you're dramatic. He's the other word she used, which was like, in my opinion, like a octave below. You like how you use a little
I know what you're going for.
Yeah, and I sat there.
I'm
and
about to pull up synonyms of dramatic.
Right, pull it up.
Synonyms of dramatic.
He, God, how does she describe him again? Not dramatic. She's like, he's expressive. He said he that was it. She's like, he's expressive. And I was like, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, no, he's
that sounds like something you call a 4-year-old who's learning how to talk.
Right. She's like, I think you're
but
she's like, you're dramatic. It's okay. She don't care. And she's like, you're dramatic. He's expressive. I'm like, no, because if you heard some of the things I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I'm expressive. I drop the F-bomb and go freaking out and stuff like that. Come on. But anyway, so that was the
you are dramatic though. Like that's not. Let's not get that wrong.
Well, okay.
You are dramatic.
In the true sense of the word, I guess, yes. Theatrical. I am theatrical.
You are absolutely theatrical. I think it's hilarious that you didn't
probably
do
the better
theater.
I know. I actually thought about it. Sean. What up, Sean? Actually, that's
what's up, bro?
That's a game of the week candidate right there, MJ.
It is, but unfortunately they play tonight, so we can't do it for our game of the week because it will already be almost at halftime by the time we're talking to Nate and
I know.
And Kenny.
I know.
I mean, we can do it right now though. We have.
I mean, I'll say right now, I got
time.
I got Bengals.
Bruce, you picked the Bengals last week, and how did that go for you?
Not well.
How did that go for you?
Not well.
Exactly. I pick Ravens. They've got. It's essentially a pick 'em, I think, because it's at home, and I think they're favored by like 3.5. So I think it's basically a pick 'em. But I would give that to the Ravens. I know both teams got embarrassed right at the end of the game last week, and I believe they weren't both in over. Were they overtime? Because I know the Ravens were. I don't think the Bengals were. I think the Bengals.
I don't think the Bengals were
lost in regulation. But
correct.
In terms of like both of those teams need a win. Those AFC North games are always really close.
Who the Ravens play last week? Who did
the Ravens play last week? They played the Browns, and they blew a 24 point. No, not a 24 point lead. It was like a 15-point lead.
And Deshaun Watson came out the second half looking good. His best.
Yeah, now he's out. Now he's out for the season.
Yeah. He had surgery on his shoulder, dude.
Yeah, I will say, not that I'm normally somebody to hype up Deshaun Watson. It's just always good to see a football player and a quarterback. Outside of football things aside, it's always good to see a quarterback and somebody who's supposed to be the leader of the team say, like, no, don't give me surgery. I want to get shot up. Like, I want to get the injection. Give me everything you got to keep me on the field. And every doctor he talked to was like, no, you idiot. Your shoulder will never work again if you get hit again. He's like, fine.
So you know what's crazy about that though? I don't know why. I don't know how we went down this aisle, but what's crazy about that though, MJ, is Baker Mayfield wanted to continue playing or something like that. Or I'm sorry, no. What happened when he was playing with the Browns is he actually had a really bad shoulder injury, and he's like, no,
it's the same thing.
Right, exactly. And they're like, no, you play. However, with Deshaun Watson, and while he wanted to keep playing, they're like, no.
I also think the injury was worse. Like Baker's, he dislocated, and that was it. This is like Deshaun's shoulder broke in half.
But I also think it has to do with
really bad.
I think it has with $275 million.
$240, yeah, whatever it was.
Whatever million. Yeah, I think that plays a huge factor in that decision. But
this is really funny. Mike is at a better record following MJ's picks.
That's not. Hey, technically, that's actually not true though, Mike, because I've actually won some pretty decent money off the picks that I've gone after. So,
brother, I don't live in a state where you can sports bet.
Oh,
I don't
fair.
think you understand.
I forgot about
all that. But
I've actually done really well with it.
With that, Connor, why are you putting your own stupid grammatical comments on the screen? Strike one. We're already at strike one.
Wow. Again. Although, hey, you know what though? We gotta give him credit though. He actually put things up that we were saying in this week.
He did. He's done fantastic to this point, but 12 minutes in, he's already on strike one. And he hasn't even shown up on the screen yet. I will say,
I know. I think
this is a good time to announce that we will have a new show
debuting
on Saturday. It's something that I'm personally very excited about. One of my very good childhood friends, the brother of my best friend, I just recently went to his wedding. So we're going to have a new show. It's going to be roughly a 30-minute betting show every Saturday morning that's going to come out previewing college and NFL picks for us. It's going to be called Wild Wild Bets, hosted by Kyle, who has been doing some satire stuff on our website recently.
Hey, shout out hilarious. Shout out to Kyle. Kyle's awesome, by the way. Kyle's a really good dude. So him and I have had like multiple interactions. I know you've known him for a lot longer, but really good dude. Really good dude. Really.
He is a huge Bears fan. Does some fantastic work on social media with that. Also the host of the Full Press Bears podcast. I will give him a shout out. He does really good, really consistent work there. So if you are a Bears fan and want more Bears stuff when Bruce and I aren't talking about it, that's a place I will always recommend to go. And then his buddy Shane, who talk about another dynamic. Bruce and I are the Packers Bears. Shane is a huge Lions fan and everything Michigan. Goes by the moniker the Michigan Hat Man, I believe, on Twitter sometimes. And so Kyle and Shane will be doing a betting show for us every Saturday morning. I believe it's going to come out at 8 a.m. Central Time, so that it's out a couple hours before the college football slate starts, so that you have time to make your picks, and you got a full day to fester on their NFL picks and see whether or not you want to trust them or fade them.
Wild Wild Bets, TDT Media, ladies and gentlemen, now has a betting show. You better jump on this MFing train.
And let me pull up the numbers real quick, because Kyle is a little bit newer.
You're gonna
Connor Country, let's ride. Oh dear goodness, please don't encourage him.
Don't let him. Don't let him.
Don't hype this man up. Like he's already.
Put the water on the freaking fire. He's not cooking.
So, last thing I was saying, then we do have to get to a certain segment that I guess is sometimes fun as well. Shane goes by the Man in the Michigan Hat on Twitter. He is plus 28 units on college football, plus 4 units on NFL, plus 3 on NHL, and 2-0 on college basketball. I guess he doesn't do much. So he, in terms of does he know his stuff?
I would say
better than average. He's positive. He's positive.
Well,
he's in the green.
So there was a particular movie that I absolutely loved. Love still. That goes 60, or what do you say? 60% of the time it works every time. So when it comes to betting, however, 55% you're successful. All right. So if you're 55% successful in betting, you're winning some dough.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of winning some dough, every time we bring Connor on, we get some dough. No, we don't, because he doesn't pay us. But Connor, come on in. Come on in, Connor. Come on.
In this segment, hold on. In the Davis Division segment, the best segment in podcast history, is brought to you by whoever wants to pay for it. Go ahead, Connor. How are you, buddy?
You're talking about I don't pay y'all. Y'all don't pay me. What are we talking about here?
Hey,
anybody should pay anybody.
Listen.
Okay, strike 2. Hold on, time out. hold on. You're the one that has a show with an NFL player
Hey,
because of us.
I was fine with that form of payment. I was fine with going to the games with MJ filming. I was fine with that form of payment. That's what I told people. I said I get paid in different ways, not to be weird or anything.
He gets paid
Okay. Wait, hold on. I don't have the. I don't have it up.
Myth, legend.
No,
You're out.
You're out.
You're out.
I didn't drop any bomb. That's Bruce.
Bruce, what was your final? Hold up. Do I have that counter up still?
Oh,
I was
from Saturday.
Yeah, bro. I watched Bruce talk college football for an hour and a half, and this was his counter.
I think I was at 15. No, I was at 15.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You were probably
Hey,
well
record.
over that. I stopped paying attention.
Because because I also bet money on it too, so there was some f bombs being dropped because of
Yeah,
money.
That's fair. That's
I
fair.
still won though. I won. I who picked Michigan?
We both did.
All right, well we'll talk to Kenny about that. Anyway, Connor, what up, dog?
Hey guys, how are y'all? You making it? We didn't do the "How are you" MJ segment, but I did talk to MJ for about an hour before you got up in here, Bruce. So
Yeah, sorry, it's called.
That's
life,
okay.
bro.
I'm good. I'm chilling. Life is fun. We're fine.
It's called life, bro.
I'm just working my butt off.
I'm gonna tell you, when y'all have kids and need to do some shit, I'm gonna remember all of this, and I'm gonna go.
I don't give you any crap.
That's true. Connor doesn't get it. Connor's that.
Now, I
college
will
kid.
say you did
I
have
was
questionable time management before you had a child.
Shit, I was coaching basketball then too.
Fair.
I was actually an advocate for you, Bruce. Said he's
Oh,
dead now.
don't even start.
We're going behind the scenes.
Don't
now.
even
Go
start
behind the
with
scenes,
me.
MJ. Go behind the
We
scenes.
were both talking smack the entire time. Connor, with 3 minutes left, goes, "Am I gonna have to start the show with you?" And I was like, "No, I'll talk by myself until he's ready. Like, I've done this before. It's okay. We'll be fine."
Now.
Anyway, Connor, you're taking up time on your own segment by starting stuff. So let's get going.
Okay, I'm gonna go with MJ for this one. How long did the crickets go for? Pause it.
As long as
Okay.
Bruce wants him to. It's his company.
I mean, fair.
I still love
I was
it.
gonna
Go ahead,
say
Connor.
something, but I can't. Okay, so
Oh, you can say it. Hey, 100%. You can say it. Because hey, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I'm not stuck to a 10 right now. So you can say anything you want. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna come at you with some shit.
no, I don't want to be.
And this is why I didn't want to talk about that certain topic, Connor.
Oh, we got a topic?
No,
No, we
have
don't.
any topics.
We don't.
Oh.
No, we don't.
Only topic. I'm about to give you 3 topics, and that's the topics you got to
No,
worry
we
about.
don't. Y'all
Nothing
can talk
else.
about it. I'll go produce for that time if you want.
Oh, I would
MJ's gonna
love
slip
this
out.
topic. No, all right, slip out, MJ. Let's have this topic. Let's go. Hey, we got Davis division now. Let's go.
It'll be Chaos Central. We can't take my 3. We can't take.
Let's
my
go.
3 things.
Oh
Let's
my
go.
gosh.
Let me give you my 3 things real quick. So
Let's go. Kid acts like he knows more than me. Get the fuck out of here. Come on now.
no, I'm not saying I don't know. I know more than you.
Let's go. What you
Okay.
got then?
Let's go. Let's
Oh,
go. Let's go.
Oh,
I
the
just-
competitor. Like, I got my heart rate up and everything. Oh, he don't know.
Nah,
MJ.
nah,
Let's
nah.
go.
Bruce, it was me. I said I refuse to talk about Draymond Green.
Oh, is that what we're talking about?
No,
That's not-
that's what
hey,
we're not talking
That's
about.
what we're not talking about.
Oh, I thought that. See, that's a good deflection. Well done, sir. Well done.
Yes, you're welcome. You're
I see what
welcome.
you
I
did
just
there.
I saved Connor's neck.
Yeah.
I know
Well,
you're not
hey,
gonna come at me for no reason. I just work here.
No,
Connor,
it's
we're gonna.
Bruce.
Ooh.
I was the one who vetoed the segment, not Connor.
Connor,
I
we're gonna talk-
vetoed it because
I actually.
I said I
hey.
refuse. I'm not talking about Draymond Green with you again. That did not go well last time we did.
Hey, I'm cool with it. We can have a conversation. Hey, we can have a civilized conversation. Hey, I currently have a daughter now, bro.
Listen, we'll touch on it for like 3 seconds before we actually get into Connor's thing. All I have to say is, yes, Draymond deserves to get in trouble because he did hold somebody in a chokehold for an extended period of time. However,
I'm so
Rudy
funny.
Gobert also had Klay Thompson in a chokehold, and so
I'm just gonna say this.
that's all I got. That's all I got.
There are 250 plus players in the NBA that want to put Rudy Gobert in a chokehold.
Okay, did you see what Pat Bev said?
Negative.
Pat Bev, because he has his own podcast. It's actually pretty entertaining. I don't know who the guy is who hosts it.
Oh no, I did see it.
And he goes, "Really, Cat? I taught you better than that. Your teammate's getting choked out by Draymond, little boy Green, and your 7-foot self couldn't go over there and save him. Really?" He goes, "Draymond knows now that if he sees y'all in the playoffs, Cat, I ain't worried about you. You wouldn't come save your teammate when I had him in a chokehold." So I just thought it was interesting that a former teammate of Cat comes at him like that. But yeah, I mean, Draymond choked a guy out. He probably should get suspended a little bit.
Fair.
Anyway, Connor, first topic. Go ahead.
Time out.
I know you're going to see that. I know you are going to see that text message. Continue.
I saw it. Okay. So we have somebody this past Sunday that just made a little bit of history. And I'm referring to a man who is the only QB, the first and only QB in NFL history to throw for over 2,900 passing yards, rush for over 200, and have a 65% completion percentage in his first 11 games. He leads the league in passing right now with 2,783 passing yards. This man goes by the name of Sam Howell. My question to you, MJ, to start it off, is this the best quarterback in the league right now? Is he the best quarterback in football right now?
Okay, Bruce, please, Bruce, I need you to look at me.
Yes, sir.
Did Connor just ask me if Sam Howell was the best football and quarterback, right? The best quarterback in football right now? I'm so stunned I can't talk. Did he just look at me with a straight face
Best quarterback
on our show
best
and
football
ask if Sam Football was the best Howell and quarterback? Yeah, I will mess it up even more on purpose. Let's go.
Bro, we got it. Hey, that's a t-shirt. I guess
Sam quarterback is the best Howell in football.
No, the best football and quarterback right now. TDT media at finest.
No, he's not the best quarterback in football right now.
No,
That's cool. I'm happy for him. It's called the Eric Bieniemy effect. Like,
well, nice.
That's what happens when you finally get a good offensive mind in the door, which they haven't had in years since the Shanahan and LaFleur and McVay party left in 2014. So yeah, he's gonna be better. He also has some good offensive weapons. He has a great running back duo, Terry McLaurin, Jahan Dotson. Am I getting that right? Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, Terry McLaurin. Like, he's got a good offense. Logan Thomas at tight end. That's a really good offense. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm not very familiar with our offensive line, but if he's putting up those type of numbers, it's got to be good. Because you don't put up those type of numbers without being behind a good offensive line. Is he producing as one of the best quarterbacks in football right now? Sure, I will accept that. But that's just ridiculous. Like, I don't even have a place in my mind for that question. Like, does he deserve more respect? Yes. Does he deserve more recognition than he's currently getting? Probably. But to imply that he's better than, somebody like Patrick Mahomes, who's currently playing with the island of misfit toys and Travis Kelce on offense, is just ridiculous.
Here's my question. Connor, do me a huge favor, please.
Yes, sir.
Can you please repeat his stats real quick for me?
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I didn't really process those.
So he has, as of right now, he does have 9 interceptions to 17 touchdowns.
I don't care about that. Just give me the yards.
So whatever you said in the question.
Just give me the line. Just give me his stats.
Oh, you want me to tell you what I did in the question? Okay, so he's the only QB and the first QB in NFL history to have 2,900 passing yards, over 200 rushing yards, and have a 65% completion percentage in his first 11 starts.
Okay, fair enough.
Those numbers mean anything.
So all right. So I'm going to give you stats about a quarterback right now that is currently breaking records in the NFL, and I'm not going to say anything about who it is, but I'm going to counter your question with this question. Would you rather have this guy instead? 2,626 yards passing, 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
I know who that is.
2 interceptions.
I know who that
Two
is.
15
Two.
touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
He's not finding the red zone as many times, but 2 touchdowns is 2 touchdowns.
No, 15.
2 interceptions.
2 interceptions.
15 touchdowns.
15 touchdowns.
I mean, that's a no-brainer. Obviously, I'm gonna have to
Right,
take the guy
exactly.
to turn over the ball.
Can I
Right,
guess?
exactly.
Can I guess?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, MJ.
Is it CJ Stroud?
It is CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud!
And so my thing is this, though. All right. So who would you rather have in this conversation?
Oh, CJ
Sam
Stroud.
Howell
I
in the
hyped him up.
conversation? Hold on. Your question was, is Sam Howell the best quarterback in the NFL right now, or in that conversation?
Yeah.
And I just countered with a rookie who is arguably have better stats. So saying that, no, negative. I'm not taking Sam Howell in the conversation. They're like at all. Like his ass is trash.
Well, do you think I ask you these questions because I honestly think that Sam Howell's the best quarterback?
No, I get why you ask him. Come on, you'll ask that question.
I was gonna actually play that when I got on. Bow, 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 bow.
You know, like that's like the early 2000s. Then you got to go in the background. Remix. Heard that shit in the clubs all the time. Anyway, time out.
Sam Howell.
Oh
Ladies and
my
gentlemen.
gosh.
Sam Howell, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot to put him up, but there he is.
Oh,
Throwing
we're-
for
we're-
over 2,900 yards in
We're-
11
we're-
starts.
We are rocking tonight, boys. We are
Yeah.
rocking tonight.
We're really firing on all cylinders. Luckily, the second
Right.
hour is what really matters. Yeah, shout out to us. That's great.
All right, what you
CJ
got?
Stroud, hot man. Okay, next one. This is
Oh wait,
for-
hold on. What was that? Shroud.
I'm a CJ Stroud.
I will get my MVP vote in the season. And right now, him beating. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
How was that embarrassing for Bruce? What did Bruce do that was embarrassing?
I think he was talking about the
Probably his
90s.
2000s club
Yeah,
comment.
2000s
Oh.
stuff, yeah.
Hey
No,
man,
that's
I'm gonna
fair.
tell you.
I'll give.
I'm gonna
Cy
tell you
that
right.
one.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Cy. Like, hey, back in the day, ladies loved this guy.
I'm not gonna-
Anyway, Connor, bring up the next one. Love you, wife.
Next one, Bruce. This is for you because I have this specifically for you.
Oh, here we
The
go.
greatest collab in sports history. I'm hyping it up. At the Dr. Pepper Big 12 football championship game on Saturday, December 2nd at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The Big
Okay.
12 announced
I should apply for that.
that the winner of this game will be receiving none other
The-
than a WWE custom made belt. A WWE custom made belt.
You
Who's
gotta
winning
bring
this
it.
game, guys? Who do you think's going to be in the game?
The
And then who do you think wins?
Hey Connor, can you do that one more time?
W.
The what belt?
The WWE championship.
Time out.
Tag team championship. It's
Did
a
it?
reference. It's a reference. You'd had to watch wrestling to know the reference.
I understand that it's a reference. That doesn't make it any better.
See,
Hold
I
on.
did the Big E hips. He did a thing, guys. He did a thing.
Oh, you did
Yeah,
good?
except
Okay.
I can't see your hips, so it just looks weird.
Hold
Not
on,
that
hold
I-
on.
not
No,
that I
no, no.
want to,
Hold
not that I
up.
want to,
Time
not that I
out.
want to,
Time
Not
out.
that I
Where's
want
the
to.
timeout?
Not that I
Hey.
want to.
Hey, just so you guys know, whoever's listening right now on Spotify, we just saw Connor thrust his hips.
But we didn't though. We
I
had to
know,
infer it, which might even be worse.
Be worse. Yeah, it's true. It's true. He's had.
That I
he's
had
got
to
the,
imagine it because all I can see is his
Wait,
neck and
hold-
shoulders.
You hear that, Connor? MJ's imagining you thrusting your hips. Hey, see, and y'all talk shit before the show about me. I'm gonna come at both your asses. Oh, that sounded so bad. All right, Connor. Anyway, you good? MJ's just frozen. Love it.
No, I'm not frozen. I'm just.
No, I didn't say you were frozen. Frozen like you was frozen.
Oh boy.
To answer your question, my guy, answer your question. First of all, I want to talk about the collab with the Big 12 with WWE. I love it,
Really
man.
cool.
Yeah, it does. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I love
It's just clean. It's awesome. And like, so You gotta also keep into consideration here what the WWE had in the XFL that they ended up selling, but it's also partially owned by The Rock, who is still somewhat a part of the WWE. I think it's a great move by the Big 12, and I think it's once again it's the NCAA big money, washing big money, patting each other on the back, helping each other out. I think it's like to be honest with you, like all like thoughts like that aside, I think it's fun. I think it's great. I think the if you see on the sidelines, a lot of times you see like championship belts, you see like big gold chains. You just see just fun. Like, I love it. I think it's a great collab. That being said, I think Texas is going to end up winning the Big 12. Easy. Part of me was like Oklahoma. Nah, Oklahoma. No.
But who won that? And this is really a topic for Kenny later too. Who won the
Red
Oklahoma game?
Texas.
No. Texas, Oklahoma won.
Did they?
Yeah. They gave Texas their one loss on the season.
Wasn't that like the second game of the week or the season or third game of the season? Something super early though.
6th or 7th.
Wow, where have I been? No, it was the. Oh no, you're right. Well played, sir. See. Oh no, wait. Oh, Alamo Bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth game. Yeah, you're right. Oh, dude. I remember because I bet on that damn game, and my ex boss used to love Texas, and they screwed me over on a bet. Yeah, well played, Connor. But anyway, I think
my thing, Bruce. You should know this.
I did, by the way. But and shout out to you and to Nate with your coverage on college football this past Tuesday. It was
fantastic, and awesome. I will say from you, Connor, and from Kenny, I actually am starting to learn about college football. Like it's one of those things where I needed to because of the draft, and so I've started dabbling the last few years, as you have as well, Bruce. You always watch more than I did, but like it really is fun to actually right, and that's totally fair. But it is fun to actually like learn also from people that I like listening to them talk mostly.
Fair. But yeah, Texas. I got Texas. MJ, who you got?
I mean,
be fun.
I gotta go Texas. Like I just moved to Dallas. I feel like I'm gonna be betraying my new heritage if I pick Oklahoma. I feel like I'll get people coming for my neck if I don't pick Texas.
Yeah, it's true, especially down there.
Yeah, like everybody carries down here. I better pick Texas.
Connor, who you got?
Oh, this is difficult. You're gonna put me on the spot.
100%.
I don't want to say Texas because y'all are all saying Texas. I'm gonna actually go now. I think it will be Texas, but I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I'm gonna go with the Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Wow,
prediction.
That's bold.
You think OSU is gonna win?
That's bold.
They beat Oklahoma last year, I believe.
That is
the year
bold.
Before.
But you know what though?
I think they can do it again.
Can I just say I admire that? Because he's going out on a limb. He's putting himself out there. I like that.
I respect it. We're going to save it because Jesus is going to clip this. And then when you're wrong, we'll play it on the show. But I respect the...
That's fine. Play it on the show. I have CJ Stroud backing me up a whole bunch right now. So I don't really... You can't...
So Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong.
Man,
please,
dude.
Please,
Connor, you're getting...
Please, Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead.
He's been right once. And he holds on to the fact that he's been right once.
I will say
the kid is still a rookie. Now he's been right on a big one.
Hold on.
Only right, MJ. Let's be for real. I didn't just guess a team winning. I guessed a dude's whole legacy.
Brother, his legacy. It's been 11 games.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we gotta pump the brakes. If you're gonna say legacy, I could say, yeah, you are. Well, you recognized. All right, you know what? I like the fact that you were quick with that fishing pole. It was like, nope. You know what?
Nope, let's bring that back in.
Bring it here. Shallow end of the water. We're good in this area right now.
I can touch the floor within the shallow end.
I got that. I like it. Ow, my ear. What is going on?
I won't, Jack. I won't.
No, I like that. No, but you know what though? I will say, how about this? And in truth be told, I do think that he is. I'm gonna say it. Here comes MJ. You'll appreciate this too. He is a better quarterback than Justin Fields. Saying that, Justin Fields was supposed to be in the MVP conversation this year, even though I even said it. I said pump the brakes earlier this year.
He did.
I was like, let's not go over, overextend our skis here and like be, looking out. So I'm just gonna say this. Let's just wait until a full season I'm actually curious to see the Texans schedule too, by the way, because some of those defenses he may have played, and I haven't looked at it, so I'm not gonna call the term. However, you're still playing against you're also playing against the NFL defenses, and he's doing an amazing job. But I'm going to say let's pump the brakes. Granted, it's rookie year, whatever, but I just want to see a little bit more.
Remaining teams for the Houston Texans. At home against Arizona this week, at home against Jacksonville, at home against Denver, at New York, at Tennessee, at Cleveland, at Tennessee, at Indianapolis.
I'm going to say that Cleveland probably has the best defense out of all of them.
Yeah, but the rest of those are not great.
No, but okay.
Maybe 2 or 3 of those games.
Dude, are the Texans making the playoffs?
I think they are.
I think they are.
Wouldn't they? They're on their fringe playoff spot right now. That's 5-2. Yeah, that would put them at 10-7.
All right, so Connor, let's continue this a little bit here.
Okay.
So you are very correct. I'll say this: you are 65-70% correct on CJ.
Right now, the Texans would be the last wildcard team. I'm sorry. Continue.
You're fine. Saying that though, I would like to point out that MJ and I were correct on the sheer fact that we both said that the Panthers were going to be absolute doo-doo this year.
Oh yeah.
And there was actually, well, believe it or not, there were people that thought against that thought process. And again, the quarterback that you said is having defining his legacy, as you so elegantly said. We, as a collective team, said that he was going to be the best quarterback out of this entire draft.
Then why wouldn't he be pick number 1?
I don't know.
Why was I the only one to guess?
We're not the ones that were making the evaluations. We just do.
Oh, that's right. Y'all don't write this stuff.
We didn't say that he was gonna, like, there's a difference between him being the best quarterback in the draft and him going number 1.
Right.
We knew he wasn't going to go number 1 because of things that Bruce and I heard and who we talked to. That doesn't mean that we thought he was not the best quarterback in the draft. Like, we both expressed our concerns. It's one of the reasons we had the Panthers ranked so low coming into the season. And I believe my exact words were, CJ Stroud is the most pro-ready arm in this draft.
Correct.
Now, correct. I thought my only condemnation on him was I thought he had a lower ceiling than some of the other players. But now that I've watched him play football, I can tell that pro-ready actually did make a big difference. So, do you have a third topipic?
Yeah, let's go, Connor.
I do have a third topic. I was going to pull up exactly what I said about him in my mock draft, but that's too far away to go. I probably can't pull that up. Okay. I don't want people to think that I really have like an overinflated ego, because I really don't. I just put on a show for this Third Down Thursdays.
I love how he's out here getting like insecure. It's gonna be okay, Connor. I promise.
Okay, next one. Oh, I talked to MJ about this before the show, and he kind of shot me down on what I read because it was kind of misleading. No, well, it's misleading.
I want to hear it. Let me hear it.
So I read the title of it was Oakland A's relocate. You know, they moved to Las Vegas or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And I never really read it because I usually research before I go on the show, because I just have class and work until 5 o'clock. So
yeah, no explanation not needed.
And then so I was like, MJ, you know, the Oakland A's are moving to Las Vegas. I kind of want to put this on. He was like, no, they haven't moved. They're not just going to drop in Las Vegas. And I realize that there's no stadium, but how effective will it be that they move to Las Vegas? Because what I read was they weren't supposed to relocate until 2028 to Las Vegas. That was the plan that I saw. And apparently their lease on their stadium now in Oakland ends after the 2024 season. So they're going to have to move somewhere after that, regardless. So my question was, do y'all think it's going to be Las Vegas earlier than what it was planned to be?
Ooh. Okay, well, I can see where MJ is kind of drawing into. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No, I'm not talking. Oh, what's up? Oh, sorry, you guys had this on earlier this week. I can see where MJ was getting at when he said this, though. However, there are so many logistical nightmares that come into renting a space for a team, let alone a professional team. So, saying that, Vegas, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the globe or the orb or
The
whatever it's
sphere.
called. The sphere, thank you. So the sphere in that particular area that is booming just lost like $2.4 billion. Could be wrong. Whatever. It was a ridiculous number. Anyway, in their last quarter. Okay. So one leads me to believe that either A,
98 million.
they did it completely. I don't know. I said billion, whatever. I was only off by a few hundred million. But it's either A, they're doing a terrible job of branding, or B, the area is slowing down. I don't think the area is slowing down. So saying that, the A's going to Vegas seems something. Do they own that stadium, MJ? You would know better than I would.
O.co?
Yeah, do they own it?
No.
They have a lease on it.
So they have a lease.
but-
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you did say that, Connor. My bad. So you
Yeah.
said their lease is up in 24, correct?
After the 2024 season, yes.
So in 2025, they would have to find a new place to play. Okay.
Or renew the lease.
Or renew the
Yeah, or
lease.
renew the lease, yeah.
That place is trash. So I really don't think I could totally see them going to a different area or playing or doing something similar to what other teams have done in the past and sharing a stadium for a little bit. So saying that, I don't think it's gonna. I think no, they're not going to move immediately from California. However, I do think the writing is on the wall. They will be out of there in the next 3 years, in my opinion.
MJ, you want to touch on your favorite baseball team?
Oof. Sorry, buddy. I still love you.
It's okay. It's okay. So
You should have never gotten to that point, by the way.
I guess blame my dad, who was of an influenceable age when they won 3 World Series in a row. So the biggest problem with all of this is not a stadium. It's not Las Vegas. It's not inherently the city of Oakland, because the city of Oakland has shown that when the A's put a good product on the field, they show out. I don't know if you guys remember, but there were 2 years in a row they played the Tigers in the ALDS 2 years in a row.
Yep.
And those were some of the most electrifying playoff series. You had Justin Verlander, Anibal Sanchez, and Max Scherzer going against the Oakland A's, who had one of the best lineups in baseball, and it was electric. And then starting in 2015, the A's started getting rid of everybody, even though they had just paid Yoenis Cespedes to bring him from Cuba, one of my all-time favorite baseball players. Like, they were set up for success, and then they tore the team down. And then, they got a bunch of draft picks. A few years later in 2018, we're back at it again with Matt Chapman, Matt Olson, Marcus Semien, and again, led by Sonny Gray and some young arms, one of the best rotations in baseball, and a lot of hope and promise in a few playoff appearances. And then what do they do again? They tear down the roster, trade it for draft picks, and refuse to pay anybody. So the thing that is the most telling is I saw on Twitter today from former A's beat writer for the San Francisco Chronicle, Susan Slusser, who I met multiple times at the Bradley Sports Symposium. She's one of the best in the business when it comes
Name
to
drop.
baseball reporting. Absolutely, yes. And I will name drop Susan Slusser to the end of the earth because she is awesome.
That's awesome.
And she does baseball reporting the right way. Actually, I very rarely bring stuff like this up, but especially in a sport that reporting wise is so dominated by guys, like she is one of the most respected people in the industry.
Awesome.
She covers the Giants now.
Actually,
She stayed in the Bay Area. And so when John Fisher, the A's owner, spoke today to the media, Susan Slusser posted a video of him talking, and the caption was, "This is the first time I've ever seen John Fisher." Susan Slusser covered the A's since like the McGuire days.
Oh, sigh.
Decades. And this is the first time that she has seen John Fisher. So you want to know what the biggest problem with them moving to Vegas is Bruce, the Sphere is willing to just lose $98 million in a fiscal quarter because it's Vegas. And sometimes that happens.
Correct.
John Fisher won't even put a payroll of $40 million on the field.
But you know what I think's going to happen?
So
but you know what's going to happen
with the world is he going to survive in Vegas?
Because there's betting.
Have to spend money.
Because there's betting. And I think once you link yourself with any kind of betting area, like you can call it the MGM field or yes, if you link yourself into a situation, because there's multi-billion-dollar like industries out there.
But who's going to support John Fisher?
They're going to support the MLB. They're gonna support it. Okay, that's fair. I don't know what his particular, situation is.
No, there's nothing. There's no like scandal or anything. He's just a horrific owner, and everyone knows it.
Fair, but I'm speaking more towards the fact that somebody's going to want to invest their money into a Major League Baseball team or professional franchise in general and be like, you know what? Yeah, I want my name on this team. And guess what? If I'm paying that money, it could help that franchise out and pressure the owner to be like, oh shit, okay, I have to spend more money now because I'm getting basically like a boosters giving me money to support whatever name is on the front of the front door of the stadium that they're building for me. So it could be a good thing for the A's, to be honest with you.
In theory, yes.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Can I talk?
Sorry. Wow. Can you talk? Yeah.
Oh, dear God.
No. Go ahead. Connor knows what I'm talking
about. Okay. I understand what you're saying, Bruce, but it does nothing when there is zero track record. Like, I don't have to explain to the sales guy. Like, you have to be able to show something. Correct. And John Fisher not only has nothing to show, he has decades of negatives to show. And it's not that the A's haven't had money. They have revenue sharing with Major League Baseball. Like, they've got enough money to at least put $60 million of payroll on the field. And he just refuses to do it because he wants to make money. And the A's have run positive profits on their team every single year ever. And then you have teams like the Cubs that are willing to go out and spend millions upon millions of dollars and send out record contracts. And the reason I know that it's not the city of Oakland, it has nothing to do with the area, it has nothing to do with California taxes, look at the Golden State Warriors. They play in the same Bay Area. And yes, they moved out of Oakland and technically went to San Francisco. Not that really makes a big difference to, the actual point is that they grew in Oakland. They got to one of the most valuable franchises in sports. And that was because when the organization had good players, the owner woke up and decided to pay them.
This dude's worth $2.4 billion.
Exactly. And he won't put $30 million of payroll or $40 million of payroll on the field. So that just doesn't succeed anywhere. I don't care if it's Oakland. I don't care if it's Vegas. I don't care if it's frickin' the moon. He is not going to attract good fans until the product on the field is good. And he's only
Agreed.
run into that by dumb luck a couple times, it appears.
What's the one thing rich people like more?
Money.
Correct. So what's the one thing that could influence him to put a product on the field?
And like
Money.
I trust me, I get what you're saying, but from everything I've seen and heard, it's one of those things where, like, since Bearman of Texas is on the screen, I'll never bet on the Cowboys in the playoffs until I see him win a Super Bowl.
All right. Okay. Fair point. Okay.
And so I'm just never going to
Well said.
expect anything positive out of John Fisher while he's the owner of the Oakland A's. Would I love for them to go to Vegas? Like, I'm still going to support them when they go to Vegas because that's my team. Would I love for them to go to Vegas, learn how to spend money, become successful, like all of that? Absolutely, because that's my team. So it would be stupid if I didn't want that. But do I expect it? -%. No.
We're gonna, dude. Okay, so you know what's awesome about this is, like, you're totally looking at them the same way I look at the Chicago Bulls and Jerry Reinsdorf. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. It's just you see the same failures again and again, and the successes you seem kind of come down to dumb luck sometimes.
Correct. I know. I love that. Well, I mean, you said it very well. You did say it well. So kudos to Bearman of, like, seeing that too. But I don't know. Something tells me that, okay, you make $2.4 billion. Got it. That's your net worth. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So you're gonna find somebody that owns something out in Vegas that's worth like $5.5 billion. And the guy's going to be like, I want to make $5.5 billion too. Well, guess what? You're not going to be able to make $5.5 billion, as you already alluded to, MJ, without getting a product on the field that's worth it. So that being said, I'm going to put my name on that stadium that the players walk through. If you don't find assets that I like, you can go fuck yourself. That's number one. Sorry. You can go after yourself.
You're out.
Yeah, whatever. But you can go after yourself because I'm putting my name on your product as well. So it's either I partner with you so that way we can make money, or I'm not helping you out with this and you're on your own going to some, I don't know, Field of Dreams type situation. But
can I make an extension to your point?
Go ahead.
I actually agree with you. And here's what I think is more likely than that. I think he just sells the team. I think he moves the team to Vegas, sticks with them in Vegas, gets them named by
Profit. Profit. Yep. Boom.
And then
Profit.
he sells
Boom.
them once he gets to Vegas.
Well said.
That is more likely than him getting some magical change of heart at his old cranky age. Then
well said.
I think he gets them all the way to Vegas, gets them in the door, gets the extra couple billion profit because the A's will be valued better if they're in Vegas, and then sells them and gets out.
Interesting.
He should sell the team to the Pawn Stars, guys. I don't even think they would take him right now.
Nope. Not
That's
at all.
the problem. And at the end of the day, here's the last thing I have to say on this, and then we'll move on.
We're getting my favorite team next week, so I can fucking rant, Connor. That's two. Damn it.
You're out.
The thing that I'm the most sad about when it comes to all this is really just the city of Oakland, because this is their last sport team left. And so
they're a really good sports town, by the way.
They are. And like I said before, like, they had 40,000 people chanting, "We believe in Stephen Vogt," which, shout out to Stephen Vogt. Did he get hired for Cleveland yet, Connor? Do you know about that? Well, Size in the chat, he'll know.
Negative.
The Oakland A's are the last good thing
he did get signed?
remaining in Oakland.
Jackie got signed?
Yeah. I thought he did, but I didn't know that for a fact.
I didn't think he did. I didn't see anything.
No, he did. I remember that because I remember seeing some clips pop up.
As the manager?
Yeah, as the manager of the Indians.
Yeah.
The Guardians. Whoopsies.
But it's not effective until 2024.
Well, yeah, that's because that's the next baseball
season.
Oh, yeah.
Connor doesn't watch baseball. It's okay.
I don't watch baseball.
But yeah, at the end of the day, what makes me the most sad is, like, Oakland is an incredible sports town. You've seen it with the Warriors. You saw it with the Raiders. I know Bruce didn't like them, but, like,
no, 100%. There's a reason because their fan bases are freaking insane, and that's awesome. Yeah. That's what you do.
So all of these major sports
that's
are
why
using that.
Thanks, Mike.
Yes.
Oh, here
Shout out. And I will say,
nice.
Cy and Jackson, like we talk about baseball. They talk about baseball.
They go.
And they do a fantastic
hammer
job.
baseball.
Yeah. So, really wish Oakland could get some more sports teams in the future. I doubt it happens, unfortunately. But John Fisher, just sell the team, bro. Just sell it.
I'm not even.
Who's fake? Us?
Y'all would have known if y'all watched this.
Dang it! I removed the wrong one. I'm sorry. I was supposed to remove.
Well, I was
Connor.
like, what? I'm like, I didn't do anything.
No, I'm used to you and me being the first two on there, and I just removed the third person because I thought it was Connor.
Oh, fair. That's fine. I just saw something that I'm actually really pissed off about. We'll bring it up in chaos. That being said, you know what you need when you're pissed off about your teams, MJ? Good homeowners insurance.
Because I'm a brick a wall.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
Shout out to Building Block Insurance Group. Call Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544 and let him know that Third Down Thursday sent you, or TDT Media, and he will hook you up with some good stuff. He actually talked to him today, and he's very excited about helping y'all out with some insurance. And like I said, just give him a call and he'll help you out. Lamar Jackson just got injured. Real quick, MJ.
Yes, Brucey Bruce.
I want to address something.
Yes, sir.
So
Connor checks in the mail. What the heck?
Shit, that check better come this way. MJ, Zach LaVine is a topic of conversation in the city of Chicago with possibly being traded.
Yes.
Okay.
I've heard things. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna be quick about this. I'm gonna be quick about this. I know this is we are doing random shenanigans. I'm so bad with like our time frame right now.
You're fine. We got till 8:15. You
Correct.
got 20 minutes.
So I'm not gonna go all out on this. I do want to check on some other stuff, you know. Well, yeah, snail mail, dog. It's what post office, baby. But real quick, I just saw a quote that was from an anonymous source saying that Zach LaVine is still not over Billy Donovan's benching of him back in 2022 against the Magic. Like, this guy might be. This is the reason why, and you could look this up, Connor. You're more than welcome to. This is the reason why he is the highest scoring, but least winning player in NBA history. This guy, his win percentage is crap.
Are you saying like if there was a graph with scoring up and
he is scoring up and
okay.
winning.
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, okay.
It's just not fun to be a Chicago Bulls fan right now. Basketball. So for those of you that actually don't know this, basketball is actually my number one sport. I love basketball. That's my baby. I recognize a lot of things right away. I may not like be quick to the draw with players, and I'm cool with that now because I've gotten to that point in my age where there's other things in my brain that are, pushing out or not needed, so to speak.
You can analyze the game. You don't need to know
correct.
The player and his jersey number.
Watching Zach LaVine's game right now is frustrating. It's been frustrating. It's not right now. No, I will track that. It's been frustrating because he's selfish with the basketball, does not play any kind of defense. The only time he played defense is when he was in his contract year, and he makes players around him worse. Why? Because as soon as you pass that guy the ball is not leaving his hands. It's immediately like it's me basketball. And I talked about that last week, complaining about Arizona State. I'm complaining about it again right now with Zach LaVine in the Chicagoland
Yeah.
area. I can't stand it. So I'm gonna actually talk to you about this, MJ. I'm gonna do a Davis division segment question to you. Would you trade Zach LaVine for Zion Williamson straight up right now?
Who am I?
You're the Bulls.
Oh, if I'm the Bulls, yeah.
I'd 100% do it in a heartbeat. In a
And
heartbeat.
if I'm the Pelicans, I hang up while laughing.
So there have been a multitude of things that I've heard, not just the Chicago Sun-Times saying, "Oh, this should happen." However, back channel people that are talking, and said talks would include Zach LaVine and Patrick Williams for Zion and another player to match the money that's involved. Heartbeat done. Ooh.
No, I'm
Negative.
Connor. I'm just trying
Sorry,
to
go ahead.
think in what world.
Because
No, I'm with Connor. Like, in what world does New Orleans think that's a good idea? They already have CJ McCollum. Why is
right
Zach
another
LaVine-
ball dominant player? Correct.
Yeah, so that makes no sense.
So basically, from what
New
I've heard,
Orleans would never do that.
money wise. So there's money wise going into the conversation, but also health wise. So there's concerns about Zion Williamson's health still, even though he's 23 years old, and the guy is also in the best shape of his life this year.
I mean, yeah, from the Bulls, I'd do that right away.
Hey, so this is awesome. So Connor, you typed that in the own thing and you highlighted your own thing. So you don't do that, first of all. Secondly, you're a Pelicans fan, apparently. So I'm going to counter this with this comment. Would I make that trade if I'm a Pelicans owner? No, I'm not making that trade. However, the only time I'm making that trade is if Zion is hurt. You think I'm saying this shit because I don't hear shit? Come on now. Who are you talking to? Come on.
No, and that's perfectly fair. And there are always things going on behind the scenes, and unhappy players and injuries and all of that.
Injury and unhappiness, man, goes a big time way right now.
I just know that from a
Big time way.
outsider's perspective, not hearing what you're hearing and things like that, it doesn't make sense. However, if it makes sense for both parties, go for it. Like, they're of roughly equal value. If Zach LaVine is playing at his best and Zion Williamson is on and off the court where he is right now, if Zion is healthy for a full season, they are nowhere near the same kind of player whatsoever. Like, I don't think that's disputed. Maybe you disagree with me, but I think Zion is a significantly better basketball player.
Oh no, I'm not.
When at their peaks.
Like impact wise, 100%. I'll take Zion right away. But
Okay.
no, I will 100%. Like selfishly, like, are you kidding me? I would 100% take Zion Williamson on the Chicago Bulls right now. But you know what you're doing then, though, as for the Chicago Bulls, you are completely resetting that team because you're trading away Patrick Williams, you're trading away Zach LaVine, and you're also probably trading away draft picks. I'm going to say that too. You're probably going to get rid of a draft pick.
Probably, yeah.
Like, you're probably going to end up doing a first round conditional for Zion and another guy that's on the Pelicans who will match contract or like money wise.
Right.
So
what does that even leave them with?
The Bulls?
Nothing. Wow. Yeah.
They'll have DeRozan and him, but guess what? That's another chip that's going to fall because like DeMar does not deserve this team. Like a veteran player in the NBA. A veteran player in the NBA that's performing as well as this man is, he needs to go somewhere and let this guy cook. Let this guy go to, I don't know, let him go out to go to the Celtics. Go hopefully the West Coast. Send him out to the West Coast. Let him go to the conference that he's not going to be, playing, playing against consistently. I'd much rather see that. So, do I think the trade is going to happen? No. Do I hear just rumblings in the background about it? I have. it'll just be interesting to see what pans out in the next couple of weeks, because I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later with Zach LaVine.
Well, yeah, because that situation is just going to get worse. They're just going to keep losing. It's not going to look good. I don't know. That would be wild. I know that I've seen some Warriors fans who want to bring him on, but they have nothing to give up.
Bring Zion on or bring Zach on?
Zach.
So I'll say this. So Zach LaVine is on a championship caliber ball club, and I'm going to say this, and you're gonna toot your own horn, but the Warriors are still a championship style ball club.
Yeah.
All right. So Zach LaVine is ideal for a team when he is the third best player on a roster, in my opinion.
And that's one of the problems the Warriors have been having so far this year is scoring outside of Curry, because Wiggins and Clay are both really cold.
Who was the dude back in the day? I can't remember his name. Microwave, like he was the microwave guy. Like they called him because he can cook real quick. He was an old NBA guy back in the 80s, 90s. It's gonna bother me. Maybe Nate knows when he jumps on, but yeah, man. I don't know. So that's some of the stuff that's been going on. Also, MJ, Josh Allen. All right, so I know Nate and Connor had this conversation about Josh Allen earlier on Tuesday, and I loved it. To be honest with you, I love the content that they talked about. I loved everything about it. What intrigues me though is some of the there's that word again, drama.
Vinny Johnson.
Let's go. What?
Vinny Johnson? Is that the guy?
No. Wait, for who are you talking about?
The microwave.
Oh yes. Sorry. Did you? I didn't even know you looked that up. I thought that was
Connor looked it up.
Oh, he did. It's in the private chat. Sorry.
Yeah.
I still have my computer down because my. Anyway.
Right.
So, shoot. What was I? What were we getting to? Oh, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
So Josh Allen on the breakdown, talking with Nate and Connor. Some of the stuff that Nate was talking about, I 100% agree with. But I'm more concerned with some of the drama that's going on with Diggs. Stephon Diggs, his brother, sent out a tweet saying, and I'm paraphrasing, he didn't get good until my brother was there, or until he was there, or whatever. Again, paraphrasing. And he, being Josh Allen, and I'm gonna say this, his second year was pretty nasty. I think it was like 20 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, but we won't talk about that to Diggs. But but saying that though, is the relationship right now with Josh Allen and Diggs based on the performance from a poor offensive scheme? Or is this right now because just Josh Allen's having a bad year? What do you think about that?
So funny you ask. One of our new writers, Everett, actually talked about this on his first article. Trayvon Diggs. Let's not forget he didn't start going off till Bro got there. Man, 14 got to get up out of there.
I'll take both of them on the Bears right now.
Who?
Diggs and Josh Allen. I'll take Josh Allen on the Chicago Bears right now. Are you kidding me? He's still a top 5 quarterback.
Well, duh. The sky is also blue, and
true.
I breathed today. Like that's just Bruce. You've been starting Tyson Bagent. Of course, you would take Josh Allen.
But he's the secret Bagent, man.
Yeah, secret Bagent because he and Fields might as well be playing for the other team. Dear goodness.
He's secret. No one knows about him.
Nobody knows what he's doing because he's that secret. Shout out to Josh Allen, though, for being number 1 in interceptions over Jordan Love. Yeah, thanks for that.
At 11.
Yeah, shout out to him for that. Here's what I have to say about the situation. Stephon Diggs is one of the best wide receivers in football. Nobody disputes that. However, he also has one of the biggest emotions in football.
He's a wide receiver, of course.
During games, he slams his helmet. He gets mad. You can see that he kind of checks out if a call goes against him, if there's a bad pass thrown to him, things like that. He had it good in Minnesota. I'm not going to lie. I know that we dump on Minnesota a lot and all that.
Mhm.
But I mean, he was one of the best wide receivers in football in Minnesota, and like makes the play in the playoffs against the Saints. Sorry, Connor.
Yeah.
So much going on.
Oh.
And he has moments like this where he's in Kansas City. He watches them celebrate.
I
You're
love the
like, yeah,
competitiveness.
he's
though.
gonna,
I love the
he's gonna,
competitiveness.
and I love the competitiveness too. The problem is when it gets mixed with misdirected discontent.
Emotion.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at you.
Thank you.
Well said.
When that happens, I think he does start blaming the wrong people. Like let's talk about the Bills team building here.
I would think
let's talk about
stole it.
like you said, let's talk about scheme. Let's talk about defense. Let's talk about some other things.
I'm
Let's
gonna
talk
say
about having 12 men on the field on a field goal attempt when you knew exactly what the Denver Broncos were going to do. Like they've lost two heartbreaking games in prime time this year. And if you flip those two games, they're at the top of their division. Like sometimes, and we talked about this last year with the Vikings, sometimes close games go your way and sometimes they don't. And for a lot of teams, in a lot of instances, they're stacked in certain years. Teams will lose a lot of one-score games. They look bad. Vikings won so many one-score games last year. Everybody thought they're incredible. With the point differential, they get to playoffs, get smacked, right? So when you look at it like that, the Bills are just a tad off from where they've been. It's not like the entire situation has imploded. This is not Chicago level of like organizational issues. No offense.
two HR people, no, two people from
right.
HR. Yeah,
this is not that level of, oh boy, I need to get out of here. This is not their best season. Like, I would have loved for Stephon to go through some of those years in Green Bay with Rodgers when the defense was just hot garbage and they'd score 31 points and still lose. Like, what would Stephon Diggs and his brother be saying then? Dude, this is the NFL. You're going to lose games. You're going to have hard seasons. But and I wholeheartedly believe he said to the media today that this is just his brother talking. No, it's not.
Well, yeah. Well,
no, it's not. No,
I'm saying I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying. I agree. It's not. It's not.
So, it is not just his brother talking. This is.
I'm going to propose this. Finish what your thoughts.
No, I was going to say this is something you can see on the sideline. This is something you can see in his interactions with his teammates, his interactions with the media, his coaches. Like this is an issue that is growing the same way we saw it growing in Minnesota. And we know how this story ends. So it shouldn't end this way because sometimes the NFL is hard.
Okay, well, I'm sure he knows that. But what I'm going to say though is I'm going to take it to a different area. Oh, are we going to do the Madden curse? Is that where we're going at right now? Well, I like that. I like that, Connor. I like that little Madden curse action. Okay. But I'm gonna propose something different. Terry Pagala. What the hell is the owner of the Bills? Pagala, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he's put a roster together at the skill position spot that's going to draw defensive schemes away from Diggs, in my opinion. Okay.
No, that's actually a really good point. Like,
so I don't.
What the heck?
So Gabe Davis, I think, is there too. You have Kincaid as the tight end, and I don't know if I off the top of my head, I don't think Kincaid's having a very good year. He hasn't.
He's a rookie. He's doing fine, but rookie tight ends just don't really do much. Yeah,
right. And I in my opinion, I just don't know. And I again, off the top of my head, I don't think about the Buffalo Bills as a hardcore running team. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They've got some good running backs. Right? Yeah, they've got James Cook. They're also running out Devin Singletary.
I want to know stats. Jack,
no, not Singletary. Latavius Murray.
I do like
Damian
Latavius
Harris.
Murray.
So
Latavius Murray. But I'm curious to know those stats with Kincaid, though. But so real quick, though, I just don't think, though, that you put together a roster at the skill position spots currently as constructed or scheme-wise that's putting Josh Allen in a position to be successful. Because from an actual like visual standpoint, Dan Orlovsky went over it. Nate Ness from our own team went over it. From the perspective of him being mechanically sound, he's fine still.
yeah.
But when it comes to putting the ball in jeopardy, for lack of a better way or term of putting it, I think he's doing that because he's pushing the envelope. He's trying to get something that's not there because guess what? Again, scheme or the player itself or himself. So yeah. I just think it could be a better constructed roster, better constructed scheme. People are onto it. That's the reason why they're 5-5.
Yep.
So yeah, man, and they should not have lost last week though. I get it. It's the players should know too, but coaches got to coach, man. Coaches got to coach, and the accountability factor that goes into it at players. All the players are going to be yelled at. Like they're going to be like, fans are going to be like, "What the hell is this guy doing? Why is he on the field? He shouldn't be on the field. He should know that." Well, guess what? I said fuh. The coach should have been able to. I think it was out of a time. No, it wasn't out of a timeout. They rushed onto the field, but they should know. They should know. I'm sorry. The coach they should know. So, and they missed that field goal too. Oh, heartbreaking for the Bills. Heartbreaking. Anyways,
you know who doesn't miss good opportunities, Bruce, is the well-constructed team at Erie Insurance.
Yes, sir.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal. And it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
Let me tell you something. When I was coming back from the city of Chicago today, a lot of those drivers needed Jeff Wertepney at 704-464-4544 for good car insurance. So make sure you give Jeff a call. That being said, I got it. I haven't done it. I didn't have the chance to do it earlier. The greatest cornerback in TDT media history, the man that hosts The Breakdown on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. The Nate Ness. Lock Ness, baby. Let's go.
What's up, Nate?
What's going on, fellas?
What up, Nate? How you doing, man? I know you were in there. I know you were listening to some of the stuff we were saying.
I was listening to some of the stuff that you guys were saying. I mean, I'm just keeping it $150 with you, man. I was listening to, some of the stuff, reading some of the comments and whatnot, and it's very interesting. It's an interesting topic in itself. You guys hit on some important, some important points and certain aspects to what's going on in Buffalo. But there's one in particular thing I feel.
Ooh.
Lay it on me.
The thing that has really gotten in the way and stunted Josh Allen's growth as a quarterback and even as far as a leader. I feel that Buffalo dropped the ball when they didn't make the trade for a Derrick Henry-esque type player. See, what that does in itself is what Josh does a lot is he tries to play hero ball.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He tries to make plays when they're not there and so forth and push out. He wants to be the gunslinger. But if you incorporate a solid running game into that offense, what that does is that, in my opinion, again, it's my opinion, that cuts back on the interceptions that he throws.
Agree.
Because you're making it to where, you first and second down, you with a good running game, and they have to stack that box and put 8 in the box. That gives Stephon Diggs the opportunities for one-on-one situations and so forth. Because
play action too.
That play action that allows open big plays and so forth, chunk plays in itself.
Mm-hmm.
I think Buffalo in itself, like they've stunted their growth because you can't rely so much on a quarterback. Not one person wins a championship, a collective team does. And you do it in all aspects of the game, offense, defense, and special teams. You look at it. We talk so much about, for instance, the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to use them for example.
Okay.
The Chiefs have a great nucleus. They have a solid foundation, great coaching and great play calling and great scheming with Andy Reid. And before Eric Bieniemy left, they had Eric Bieniemy. They got Matt Nagy now, but they have the best quarterback in the game in itself right now, Patrick Mahomes. They have the best tight end in the game in Travis Kelce, but they also have other pieces. They had Isaiah Pacheco. They could. Matter of fact, Kansas City can run the ball and run the ball very well.
Yeah.
And whatnot, but also those running backs can catch balls out of the backfield.
Out of the backfield, well said. Good point.
There are certain aspects to the game where it's like, we see Patrick Mahomes, but we see all of these other players contributing and so forth.
Good point.
Josh Allen's at that place right now, and he's taking 2 steps forward, but he's actually taking 3 to 4 steps backwards in his growth and his progression as a quarterback. Because again, he's leading the league in interceptions and turnovers. He's making, I don't know what he's seeing out there, unethical, reads and whatnot, because, you look and like, wait a minute, what is your pre-snap read and your post-snap read telling you? Your progression is telling you, hey, take this over here instead of going back on his backside where this corner can actually, break on the ball. He's making mistakes, but these are not the mistakes that he should be making, being that how many years he's been in again?
2016.
Seven?
7 years.
7 years.
7 years in.
Yeah.
With Trey speaking for his brother, or speaking up on his brother, saying
I love it.
14 need to get up out of there. I'm gonna be honest with you. He doesn't necessarily need to get up out of there, but that offense, it needs to retool itself, because again, Stephon has put in some great numbers. Now, when he said that Josh hasn't balled until 14 got there, 14 ain't taking off until he got there to Buffalo and had a legitimate quarterback that was throwing him the ball and getting an offense that was centered around his skill set and his abilities. Now, we're going to be honest. If we're going to be
he was okay with Kirk Cousins, though. I thought, no, I don't know.
He was okay, but he didn't take off. Listen, he was Pro Bowl with Kirk Cousins. He was all pro with Josh Allen. There's a big difference.
But that's okay. So I have a question for you on that.
Being stuck.
What the heck?
What are you doing over there?
Sorry. That was 1 second.
So
Is that
a developmental thing because of him getting better as a player, though, too?
I hate ESPN ads.
Hold on, Nate. You know what I'm saying, though? Like, okay, no, listen. And this is totally just a question for the sheer question. I'm not disagreeing with your point. I'm just curious, though, like, is his trajectory going to be slowed down with Kirk Cousins, but he's still going to be on that path, or is it because of Josh Allen that he had a trajectory that he did? You know what I'm saying?
Can't necessarily say it's because of Josh Allen. Josh Allen actually got him the ball. He was in a place where he had a quarterback that can utilize his skill set. He had a strong arm and an offense that really, got him the ball, and moved him around and so forth. But I really feel they need a running game. And you can't, Josh has to, they do. They need a running game. If you look at every team that has won the Super Bowl, they in some way, shape, or form has had a running game.
Yep. So I was off on that, by the way. It wasn't Kirk Cousins. It was Case Keenum and Sam Bradford that was his quarterback. So, okay.
Yeah, that was wrong.
I'll shut up.
I will say, though, and this is going to be a weird comparison. I need you to just work with me, and Bruce will probably get mad at me real quick, whatever. So, in the 5 years he was in Minnesota, he had at least 100 targets only 2 of those years. Okay. So he only hit 1,000 yards twice. That was 2018, 2019. And one of those years when he had Cousins, he had 149 targets. The next year, with Keenum and Bradford, he only had 94. So on only 94 targets, he had 1,100 yards, 6 tutties. Pretty good numbers for minimal targets. The comparison I would make for Stephon Diggs is the one and only Luka Doncic, where when he's got the usage in Buffalo. He's the only guy. He's the only person. He's getting 166 targets. Yeah, he's going to put up numbers because you're the only guy that Josh Allen can even think about throwing to.
You're calling him Kevin Love. That's exactly what you're doing. Not Luka is a stretch. I think he's Kevin Love.
That's fine. That works too. But when you go to Cleveland and you actually got some pieces around you, you're going to be average, because one of the other reasons he wasn't getting targets in Minnesota is because they had so many other offensive pieces around him that Stephon Diggs didn't look special.
Wow.
And so I think it's like, it's one of those things where it's with Allen and Diggs, I think it's a chicken before the egg thing. Like, they've grown together. They've blossomed together. They both benefit from each other. Stephon benefits from the usage because it makes him look really dang good. But also, from his own perspective, he already has 100 targets this year, 800 yards, 7 touchdowns. His numbers are not bad. I understand being upset that they're not winning, but to think that that's like some reflection of him or the game plan to get him the ball, you're getting 10 targets a game. That's really good for a top NFL receiver. What are you complaining? And I'm not like, there could be a chance that his brother's just going off. Like he said today, he's like, yeah, that's my brother. He gets mad for me. He defends me, whatever. That's possible. I don't think so, based off of what we've seen in other instances, but it's possible. But like, based off of his numbers, hello? Like, Nate, what am I missing? Like, is he really just that upset that they're 5-5?
Yeah, because
they've been crazy playoff contenders. They're having some bad luck this year. Like,
ooh, I got you, baby. I got you. This is the harsh reality of it is, MJ. You just said they're playoff contenders. There's a big difference between a playoff contender and a Super Bowl contender. And with this team, with the talent on this team, they've been underachievers. We got to throw it how it is. They've been underachievers, and again, this team has not made that next step and took that next step to be taken seriously. We can go back to a couple of years ago. Yeah, when there was a lot of talk about the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. These two clubs that are, again, they're going to do all these things. Great during the regular season, so much talent. But when the postseason came, they pissed down their legs. That's the reality. That's the reality of it. Now, This Buffalo Bills team right here, they've underachieved. I mean, they've underachieved. Yep. They've been a team. We want to speak so highly about Josh Allen, and Josh Allen, rightfully so, is a great quarterback. Great quarterback in itself, amazing at what he does, and he arm talent, measurables, all that stuff, heart, all that. But now it's time for us to have that same bit of harsh criticism on Josh Allen that folks have with Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Now it's time to it's time to address the elephant in the room. Josh Allen makes costly mistakes that have cost his team opportunities to win games, but playing hero ball and not really sticking to the game plan. But also, if we can't point the finger solely at him, because again, you win as a team, you lose as a team.
Right.
There have been opportunities that like, again, defense hasn't played its best. And that's the thing. Defense is again missing some key players and so forth, but they haven't played their best and whatnot. Coach McDermott, I love Sean and I respect him dearly, but he hasn't done it. This hasn't been his best coaching job, or excuse me, his best coaching this year. They, in all aspects, have really, regressed big time. And I really feel that when that trade deadline hit and they didn't make that call to where is that Nashville, Tennessee, to inquire about this guy they call, I think his name is Derrick King Henry.
Yep.
Because let me tell you something, what Derrick Henry does for the Bills. See, it gets cold up there in Buffalo. It gets real cold.
And defenders do not like tackling people in the cold.
No, they do not. No, we don't. On top of that, what he'll do is he'll minimize. I really feel he will minimize the mistakes that Josh Allen is making and turning the ball over, because again, there will be a more balanced attack of run and pass. When and again, you running the ball controls the clock. Running the ball is essential and equip. I compare that to body blows in boxing.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah,
running the ball is a body blow in boxing, because again, you got a Derrick Henry that's going down. If he can eat up 5-6 yards a pop, them drives get real long. Those drives get real long. That means you're keeping the opposing team's offense off the field and their defense on the field, and you're just wearing them out.
Yep.
So them body blows are coming. And then when that haymaker comes, that's the play action pass. That's going to open up the big plays. That's going to open up the opportunities for our Dalton Kincaid to get over on a crossing or a dig route, or Stephon Diggs to take that post or that deep vertical shot, or Gabe Davis to go ahead and have another deep shot on the other side. That opens up opportunities. You can't win this game and base it solely on the shoulders of Josh Allen.
Agreed.
It's time for him to really start to get that criticism that Dak gets, because again, he's dropped the ball too many times.
And I love those points, and I love the comparison with Dak Prescott, because I'm actually starting to. I don't like the Dallas Cowboys. However, I am a Dak defender though. But that being said,
that comparison actually really makes sense.
I agree. But real quick though, you were talking about not winning games and picking teams to win and stuff like that. I think it's a great time to pull in Coach Kenny to talk about real quick what happened last week with in Coach's Corner with us watching Michigan put a beat down on those Nittany Lions.
I wouldn't call it a beatdown, but I guess.
Hey, they were taking them body
It was
shots.
a beatdown.
They
It was
ran
a
the ball
smackdown.
down their throat, being like, "Stop the run game," because we're doing those body blows like Nate just talked about.
My brother threw for 70 yards, and Penn State still lost. That's just embarrassing.
Well, to me, that shows a lack of confidence in their quarterback, if I'm being honest. And I think minus a couple runs, they only averaged about 2 to 3 yards per carry. I think Penn State held their own. And if they would have had an attacking offense instead of trying to manage the offense, I think it would have gone their way.
Starting off with some heat with Kenny.
Sounds like a guy that that was not me. That was not me. That sounds like, I was about to say, that sounds like a guy who picked the Nittany Lions to win.
No, it really does.
Well, Michigan, that's fine.
That's fair. Oh man! Oh, all right. Let's go, Kenny. I know you got this. Hey, wait, real quick. I know Nate. You took stats last week. You took records.
Yeah, you took notes.
You took notes last week, right?
Kept the receipts.
Yeah, let's go and get to it.
Hey, I'm down.
It.
All right, so all right, let's go. What happened last week? You could let. Do you know the picks? Do you remember? I don't. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember.
Yeah, Kenny, what do we have? What were the games again?
Last week it was. Oh shoot! Let me pull it up. We had Texas Tech at Kansas.
All right, Texas Tech.
And I lost that one.
I picked Kansas.
Wait, you had Tech. Y'all had Tech 1, right?
Tech 1.
I had Tech.
Oh wait, no. Who is the team that's actually ranked? It's Tech, right?
No, Kansas.
No, Kansas.
Ugh, yeah, I picked Kansas.
Kansas was ranked in that one. Oregon, USC. I picked Oregon, and Oregon won, but
I
not.
think we all technically picked.
I
Oregon.
think we all picked.
We all picked
but not the
Oregon.
blowout that I thought it was going to be. I'll admit that. I had Bama over Kentucky, which that was a Bama win.
Got that too.
Yeah.
Florida State beating Miami.
Got that too.
Yeah.
No. I picked Miami. I was wrong on that one.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I think you picked Miami. And then Penn
Or
State.
I picked them to cover. No, I picked them to cover. I do remember that now because I picked Miami to cover and Florida State to win, which obviously.
And then I had Penn State beating Michigan. So that was a fail.
All I'm going to say is I was undefeated last week, boys.
Okay, but didn't you
not
pick the Bengals?
Yeah. Oh. All right, fair point. Good point. So never mind.
So not
That's
truly
fair.
undefeated.
That's fair.
Good point. Good
Speaking
point.
of which, what I haven't even looked. What's the game of the week this week? What's our NFL game of the week?
I would have picked
Sorry,
this
go ahead.
game. No. I was gonna say I know MJ. We talked about it earlier in the show. Bengals Ravens. I would pick this game for game of the week, but I like Chiefs Eagles. I agree with that.
Ooh, that's gonna be big.
Ooh.
You know, and the Eagles, they about to hit a tough stretch right now. The Eagles, we are really about to see just how good this team is, because again, they have the Chiefs Monday, then they'll have Dallas, then they have San Fran. They have a tough next 5 to 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, and we about to see a lot about this team. Like again, we're going to see a lot.
Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, Seahawks.
Ooh.
Oh, for Eagles.
Yeah. They're
Ooh,
about to run through.
What you thinking? Wait. So say that again, MJ. Give us the opponents.
Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys, Seahawks.
So what do you think they come out? What are you thinking?
I think lose to the Chiefs, beat the Bills, beat the Niners. I only think they lose to the Chiefs. I still think they're better than the rest. Those other four football teams.
They play the Cowboys in Arlington, though, right?
Correct.
Okay, I would go on a limb, and I hate the Cowboys. All right, no, I dislike the Cowboys. I will go out on a limb.
It's a very powerful word right there.
I would go on a limb and say I really feel that they can go 3-2 because I really think Dallas wins in Dallas.
That's fair.
I think the 49ers beat them.
Wait. Whoa, where's that game at?
Philly.
It's in Philly. Ooh, that might be tougher. Okay. Well,
tougher.
I'm still gonna
Philly in December.
I'm still gonna run. I'm still gonna run with that team. If Debo's playing, they're completely different. We saw that this weekend. They're completely
Chase
different.
Young, Nick Bosa. 49ers are good.
Completely different offensive team too.
By the way, from two of our reporters, Jack and my wife, Joe Burrow out for the rest of the night. Apparently couldn't raise his arm to 90 degrees to throw, which is not good at all.
Damn, that's my fantasy.
Yeah, Sai, of course you believe the 49ers win because you're at home. What'd you say, Nate?
Damn, that's my fantasy.
Sorry, Doc.
I also have Joe Burrow. Yeah.
Yeah, I got Joe Burrow. I got Joe Burrow.
He's got it pulled up. Oh, that's fantastic.
All right, let's go. All right, game of the week.
Chiefs, Eagles in Kansas City. Monday Night Football.
I love it.
Be 6:15 on ABC. 48 degrees.
Get it perfect.
And cloudy skies in Kansas City, Missouri.
Calm
this
winds.
is played
Calm
on
winds.
Central Time, if that matters to you, Nate. And the capacity of the stadium is 73,426.
What's the weather going to be? What's the weather?
He just said it, bro.
48 degrees, partly cloudy, and minimal winds.
We got wind. We got a gust of wind.
Minimal winds, 2.5 miles an hour. You want to ask me what direction?
Yeah, it's going to be going east, west, north, south. Where we going?
From
Is the wind going to be going? Is it going to be going going with the ball, or is it going to be going against the ball? Like,
Well, they play half the game both ways, Nate. You played football. You should know this. Like what?
I'm running this one.
So when they got to go, look, they're gonna have to look. They're gonna get the grass and be like, look.
Sorry. Let me get my crystal football here real quick. And let me rub this to see who's gonna win the toss.
Whoa!
Let me figure out who's gonna win the toss.
Talk about rubbing something.
1 to 3 inches already. We're expecting about 2 more inches.
By the way, you know what's hilarious? You know who signed this football? John Gruden.
His face. Nate, you know where that's from, right? You know where that's from, right?
Yeah.
You gonna run that again?
We're
You gonna run that? All right, we'll run that again.
3 inches already. We're expecting about 2 more
About
inches.
2 more inches. Story of Bruce and I's life. Anyway, I think Eagles come out ahead.
You can expect 2 to 3.
Game.
Time out.
Y'all need to grow. Y'all need to grow up.
Yo!
All right, let's go.
I think it's just you and me here, brother. I don't think. Let's not blame these two gentlemen. They're fine. It's us.
Fair. Oh, whatever,
It's
man.
always
Today,
been us.
It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Anyway, all right, let's go. It's game, boys, game.
Sai, hold up. Professional athlete, by the way.
Hey, that's our boy right there, though, man. That's my guy. That's my guy.
My gosh.
All right, when I see him, I'm gonna give him a big ass hug and say thank you.
All right, Bruce, who you got in this game?
All right, well, whatever. That's cool. I'll remember that, Nate. I'll remember that. All right. Oh man, tough. I think the more well-rounded roster, say that 3 times fast, goes to the Eagles. But it's tough going against the best quarterback in the National Football League, in Patrick Mahomes, in Kansas City. Oh, it's so tough. Yeah, I'm just gonna go out there and say it. I'm gonna say Chiefs win. I don't know. This is a game I'm not betting on. I'm running away from, but I'm gonna be super entertained by it. I'll say.
Can I change my pick to Chiefs win? I don't think the Eagles win this game. Chiefs win. All right, Nate, go ahead.
Damn, man. Kenny, you go first.
All right. So I'm going to take the Eagles. I think Jalen Carter is going to get in Mahomes' face, and I think he's going to be the difference maker. So I'll take the Eagles on this one.
Wait, did I pick with Bruce? That's not a good idea.
And that's why I picked the Eagles.
Hey, I was 5-1 last week. Let's go.
And you messed up the NFL game. Dang it. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick with my second pick. Nate.
Yeah, I was hoping that Kenny took his time.
Oh, sorry. You want me to deliberate a little bit?
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes. All right. We got
my dog pick if you want.
We got 2 teams that are literally that may make it all the way again. There's a possibility. I love Philly's defense. I love the acquisition that they have and how they're playing and whatnot. They're running the ball very, very well. I love Philly. I mean, they're playing great in all aspects of the game. And AJ Brown is looking like the second coming of Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
But with that being said,
wait, whoa. Those are big words from somebody who played with Calvin Johnson.
I know. But with that being said, Kansas City, that's a different right there. That is a different monster. Like, that is a different monster. Like, they're the Avengers. And you got Iron Man and Patrick Mahomes. You got Thor and Travis Kelce. You got the Hulk, Chris Jones. I mean,
I like that.
But then you got Thanos and Taylor Swift up there.
We're gonna leave Taylor out of this. But so I'm gonna roll with Kansas City.
Is Andy Reid Ant-Man?
Hell no. Are you serious? Wait, what?
I just wanted to see the reaction on Bruce's face.
No. Andy Reid could be. He could. I don't even know who Andy Reid would be because he couldn't be Nick Fury.
He's Black Widow. No, he's No, he is Nick Fury.
He can't be.
Why?
He has 2 eyes.
Okay.
Dang. That's tough. All right, Nate, who are you picking?
I told you I'm picking Kansas City.
Okay.
Nice. All right, let's go, Kenny. Let's get some college football rolling this beat.
All right, so first game, I got Appalachian State versus James Madison. James Madison's little engine that could. It's their second year in the FBS. They just got rejected for their postseason appeal. They're trying to be able to be eligible for this year. They're ineligible right now. So I think that they're going to come in very angry, very upset, and they're going to try and prove a point against a Appalachian State team that's struggling. I got the over-under at 55.5, and James Madison is favored by 11.5 points. So I will take James Madison to win 31-27.
Ooh. All right, so so they're covering? You said 31-27? So
Yeah, I got them. I got taking the over and covering, won't cover the spread though.
Got you. Okay, so I am going to go along with you because I know absolutely jack anything about
The Sun Belt Conference. Yeah.
No, yeah.
I
you said it,
like,
Bruce, because I was
you're-
right behind you.
because right now you're pulling this shit out of nowhere. And I'm like, okay, James Madison. All right, phone.
To be clear, he sent the games to us earlier, so if
He did.
we
But
really
I was
wanted
in-
to,
I
we
was in
could have
traffic.
researched them.
I tried to give
You
you a
know-
little lead time. I'm sorry.
You had time to FaceTime me.
You know how yeah, while I'm driving, while my wife was holding my phone. All right. So
She
that
could have
being said,
researched Appalachian State for you.
I'm gonna go with James Madison on the sheer fact of memory from years ago of Appalachian State blocking Michigan's field goal to win it in a super huge upset. This is back in like 2008, 7, 6.
Yeah,
Something
that's when
like that.
Michigan was like
The
number 2.
great
I
Ben
think.
DiNucci.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. But
I'm going with Appalachian State.
I'm going James Madison, and I think James Madison wins and covers just because MJ said that.
I think if it was at Appalachian State, if it was at their stadium, I think they win. But since it's on home turf, James Madison's going to come in very angry with the whole rejection. I think they're going to take it.
Oh, but
I was
Kenny,
gonna
what
say-
direction is the wind coming from?
Let's see. I don't have that in my notes, but it doesn't matter because James Madison will
Nate, I'm
destroy
learning.
them.
I'm learning. I'm really taking notes here. I wrote it down last week. I forgot to look at my notes for the NFL one, but I'm back now.
I'm telling you straight up, no. And you want to know what's crazy, MJ? I'm siding with you because I'm thinking Appalachian State's going to do something. Again, if we're gonna say something, Appalachian State is known for playing like playing upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that they're gonna go there and they're gonna shock a lot of folks.
Mm.
And just
It's
again,
possible for sure.
It's
Possible
gonna
for sure.
I like it. I like it.
Not confident at all with that.
All right, what else we got?
I got UCLA versus USC. Big rivalry game for them. Chip Kelly's on the hot seat.
I saw that.
They've lost 3 of their last 5, and uncharacteristic of a Chip Kelly run team, they've only scored 17 combined points in their last 2 games. On the other side, USC just got rid of their defensive coordinator, and they've dropped 4 out of their last 5. So it's kind of a tough one. The over/under is at 65.5, but USC is favored by 7.5. I'm going to take USC at home, 35-24.
I like that. I was just doing a quick look. I know USC is ranked in the top 10 offensively in the nation. I have no idea where UCLA is. I don't care.
There were high expectations, but they've just fallen by the wayside this year. It's
So
really disappointing.
I'm going to go along with what you said too. I'm going to say USC wins, that USC covers.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. They're the better team. what Bruce and I were talking about earlier. There are certain people and certain teams I just can't pick for, and Chip Kelly is one of those. No disrespect. I've never had good history, trying to put either bragging rights or money on Chip Kelly. So I'm going to go USC.
Fair.
Nate?
It's on you, Bruce. It's on you, Bruce.
No, I already went. I said USC's going to win it.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't like neither team, to be honest with you. I can care less. My
You're like,
Wildcats.
You're like
My
tied.
yeah, my Arizona Wildcats. Ranked Arizona Wildcats. I mean, the Battle of LA.
UCLA is 34th offensively. Sorry, excuse me. Go ahead.
They're 34th. Okay,
34th.
Trash.
Garbage juice.
Doo-doo. Yep. Couldn't be Arizona.
So, but I'm leaning more towards USC just due to the simple fact that, you know what, I mean, they can put up points, like they really can. I mean, they can't play defense for nothing, but I mean, they can put up and again, so I'm some of my teammates probably watching this, guys, forgive me. We're gonna roll with the USC, even though we don't care about either team.
Trojan man.
All right. Next game I have is Louisville heading to Miami. It's so Louisville wins and they're in the ACC championship. On the flip side, Miami hasn't given up more than 30 points in the past month worth of football. The over-under is at 47.5. Louisville is a 2-point favorite. I'm taking Louisville 27-21.
Miami wins and covers.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Miami wins and covers.
Dang it. I'm kidding. Your college picks were good last week. Last week, Bruce.
It's a tough one this week.
No, it is.
Miami Louisville is a tough game, especially.
It's also throwing us random games.
How is it random? Louisville's looking to be in the ACC championship. They've been playing really well. They're ranked 9th in the country.
What's the line at right now? Sorry.
I got Louisville at a 2-point favorite.
2-point favorite, and what's the over under?
Last I saw was 47.5.
Okay,
which
so I'm
I
gonna
really
say
hate the half points.
I'm going. Well, yeah, it's a hook. I'm gonna smash the over in this game. And I'm going to say Miami wins. So Miami wins and smash the over.
Nate?
Damn, you saying to you. I really want to take. I'm taking Louisville. I gotta take Louisville. I gotta take Louisville.
It's tough.
This a tough one. Like, no, this is really seriously a tough one right here. Hey, I figured it out. MJ, I figured it out. Andy Reid is vision.
Oh no, I like that.
He's because he got the Mind Stone.
He's got the yeah.
Okay, you know what?
No, I accept that. I like that.
Taylor Swift is Scarlet Witch.
You mean Black Widow? Wait.
Nope.
No. Well, no, that wouldn't work then.
Why? Because she's controlling.
No, because
well.
then that would but then that would have to be then we would have to make Travis Kelce vision then.
No, because you're looking at it from like the relationship perspective.
Yeah. So no, but so it should be Black Widow and Captain America, right?
What?
Or no? Who does Black Widow have a relationship with?
None of them.
With the Hulk.
The Hulk.
She loves the Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
And that's who you said.
No,
that's who you said Travis was, right?
No, Travis is
Thor.
She's Jane.
Oh, Chris Jones is the Hulk. Okay.
Yeah, she's Jane Foster.
Okay, I'll take that.
I can't argue with you, man.
Anyway.
Nate's
got this game, Nate. We got this game, dog.
He said Louisville.
Yeah, he did. He said Louisville.
Yeah, he said.
Oh, who are we waiting on then?
We're waiting on us. Our
go
Marvel
ahead,
conversation.
Oh, fair enough. My bad. I thought we were waiting on like a. Hey, since when am I the one trying to stay on
Right?
time? All right, my bad. God forbid.
Kenny, go ahead.
All right. The big game, Cal at Stanford. That's what they call it, the big game. Don't know why. It's a big rivalry for them. It's kind of been downplayed over the years. Both teams are heading to the ACC next season. Cal is favored by 6.5 points. The over-under is at 55.5. I'm going to take Cal and their running back, Jaden Ott. They're going to win 35-31, and they're going to run all over Stanford.
Kenny, is he a junior or a senior?
I want to say junior.
If he declares, he's probably going to the Senior Bowl, Bruce.
Yes, sir.
What was the over-under?
55.5.
Ooh.
He's only a
I'm
sophomore.
going to say Stanford.
Sophomore.
Stanford wins in an under hits. Because I know nothing about either team.
Stanford's having a really down year this year. They're 2-6 in conference play. They're only 3-7 overall.
You couldn't have told me this before I made a pick.
You said you don't know anything, so now I'm throwing stuff in there.
Listen,
It's fine. I'm going to my guns. I'm going to stick with my guns.
Go ahead, Nate.
Nate, go ahead. Make an informed pick.
I mean, all right, this is another situation where I don't really care about either team because they're in the Pac-12 and they're trash.
Nobody's going to be in the Pac-12 anymore.
I mean,
Pac-2.
Okay, so
Pac-2.
Cal was 4-6. If I'm not mistaken, 4-6, and Stanford's 3-7. You said, Kenny?
Yep.
All right. This is they call it the big game. Okay.
Big game.
Okay. Tell us how you really feel, Nate.
I mean, both of these teams are subpar, mediocre teams. I mean, big game. Both these teams are in Northern California, so I really don't even care about them because I'm a Southern California kid. Both of these schools. This is not a big game where it's going to be competitive. This is a big game with schools that have smart athletes. Yeah, exactly.
Northwestern versus University of Chicago.
Man.
But we know who would win that game.
But in all seriousness, if I had to pick
the Lake,
I would have to go with Cal because Cal has a running game, a solid running game, and Stanford is, Stanford. I don't know. Hey, Sherm,
I feel like there's some feelings there, Nate.
Hey, Sherm, Richard, if you're watching this, don't get mad, like for real. Did
you just Sherm?
Shout out
Richard Sherman.
Shout out Richard. Shout out.
Don't be mad at me because I'll pick Cal.
Hey, real quick, shout out to him again. Tell him to go at Skip a little bit more. But I'm gonna agree with you, Nate.
Screw that. Tell him to come on the show. What do you?
Can we shout out Marshawn Lynch then? Because didn't he go to Cal?
He did go to Cal. He did. I'm gonna say Cal wins. Cal wins this game. And Marshawn Lynch, you're more than welcome to jump on. Same thing with you, Richard. Hey, we could have a Seahawk reunion. We could talk to those guys. I don't give a shit. Whatever. We could talk about Hennessy shots before games. We talk about Skittles. I don't give a shit.
We got like 2 minutes. So Kenny, wrap.
All right, real quick.
You knew that, right, Nate?
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Anyway.
All right, so I got Washington at Oregon State. Washington's ranked 5th. They're 10-0. Oregon State's 8-2. Oregon State is favored by 2 points. Not sure where Vegas is going with that one. The over-under is at 64 points. The only reason why I think Oregon State even has a chance is because their defense plays well at home. But Michael Penix Jr., that whole Washington team, they win. They win on the road. They win the close ones. I take Washington 38-31.
I'm going Washington. I'm going the same way because I want to see a rematch. I want to see them play. Oh my God, why is it slipping right now? Oregon. Thank you. I want to see them play Oregon again, and I want to see them just completely muddle everything up for the national championship. But 4 teams in, whatever they want to call it.
They should leapfrog Florida State if they beat Oregon State this week, but that's just my opinion.
Side note, I don't know how the hell Georgia leapfrogged Ohio State after Ohio State won, by the way, buddy. Anyway, go ahead, Nate.
Soul crushing.
I listen, y'all about to be mad at me. I think it's about to get time where things get a little shaky in the playoff. So I'm taking Oregon State to do the unthinkable.
Whoa, let's go! I love it.
It's time, but like what things get a little shaken in the playoff and whatnot. And it's the end of the late in the year. Let's see what's gonna happen. But I'm saying upset right now.
Opens the door for Texas and Alabama.
Hey,
I'm gonna trust my producer Connor, who made a bold claim about Oregon State today, and say Oregon State wins.
Hey, I'm gonna say right now, real quick, to lean. I'm not changing my pick. However, I just want to say this because it reminded me of the movie. Nate, you got to shake it before you bake it.
And if you shake it more than once, you're playing with it.
I thought it was twice. I think more than twice.
So you're playing with it.
Time out.
Anything else, Kenny?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, gentlemen,
I love it.
as always, this has been a pleasure. Make sure to tune in next week for more Coach's Corner and more action with Nate and Kenny in the second hour of Third Down Thursdays. Y'all aren't doing a show on Saturday this week, are you?
No.
Negative.
All right. Then in that case, make sure to tune in to Wild Wild Bets Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time, where you'll see Kyle and Shane going at it about the college football and NFL picks that they have slotted for you. So if you don't trust us, you've got a second source. Shut up. If you don't trust us, you can go talk to a second source that you may trust more. But Nate, Kenny, this has been a pleasure. I'm going to go yell at Bruce for 2 minutes before we wrap up here. We love you, boys.
Hey,
We'll see y'all
MJ.
next week.
It's always
Yes,
a
Nate.
pleasure.
Remember, inches matter.
I'm going to personally remove you. Oh my God. Bruce, let me say I needed this. My day gets better when those two come on with us. That has been one of the best decisions we've ever made, was to do this with them every week.
100%.
And real quick, before we end, all I've got is a few fun, quick announcements.
Yes.
So I'm going to be covering SMU basketball this year, which is going to be very fun. Still on a limited basis. I'm not traveling at all to any of their road games, but the majority of their home games I'm going to be covering this year since I'm in the Dallas area. So, thank you to SMU for allowing me to do that and recognizing TDT Media.
Shout out.
Then, yes, on the same in the same thought, Jackson is going to be continuing his Big East coverage and is going to be doing some work for us covering DePaul. And so he's going to be going to a few of their home games throughout the year, doing a little writing and all of the things that he does. So I'm very excited that we are continuing to expand our coverage, do more things.
We got fun things, baby. We got fun things.
And there are so many more things that you guys don't even know about. Let's just say, starting January 1st, there are going to be some very exciting things going on at TDT Media.
Yes, sir.
So, to Bruce.
Don't let it leak out there. We're good.
Well, no, all I'm saying is a date. Like,
fair enough. Go ahead, continue.
New year, kind of new TDT Media, not completely new, but I'm very excited about what we'll be doing. So thank you to Nate, Connor, Kenny, everybody on this team as always. We're over 30 writers now on this team. Dear God. Okay.
Let's get it, boys.
I don't have anything else now because you've made me lose every train of thought I had. So you can close out because I have nothing.
Oh, I'm doing it. All right.
I have nothing left.
I got you, my guy. And we're gonna end it with MJ's favorite card guy. MJ, good stuff today, baby. Hey, MJ.
Yes, Bruce.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too.
Good stuff, Kenny and Connor. Nate, thanks, guys.